Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This video is Python 3 fundamentals. We are going to take a look at the data types. First, let's explore the variables and how variables are used, and then followed by a simple demo. Come, let's get started. Alright, so what is variable? Variable is basically a place where you can store something. So on my screen, if you see, we are storing a number called 10 to the variable called length. So length is a variable. The moment you say a word and then say equal to, that will be considered as a variable in Python, and the number 10 has been assigned to the length. Now behind the scene, this length variable will be stored in the memory. When it stores in the memory, it will store like this. So 10 will be assigned to a variable called length, and then it will be there in the memory. If you print the length, it will gonna display the number that is stored in the memory. Now let's consider another one. Let's keep a variable called width and then assign value 20. Now this also similar to how the length was stored. Width will be a place where 20 will be stored in the memory. Now we have a third variable called area, and then we're going to multiply length and width and store the value of those into the variable called area. This is going to multiply 10 and 20. The answer is 200, and 200 will be stored in the variable called area in the memory. When you print area, 200 will be displayed. So in the previous video, we saw how we work with the interactive cell. I have opened up the Python interactive cell, and if you type this 5 plus 5, 10. Alright, now we are going to assign 10 for a variable amount, and let's calculate a tax. So we assign tax to a tax variable. Now the total is basically going to be amount plus amount into tax. So that's how you purchase and pay the tax. So tax is 10.5. So this is how it shows in the interactive cell. But if I have to do one more time, I have to type all these things again, right? So that's how the interactive cell works, because line by line code only will be executed in the interactive cell, which is not good, right? So now let's take a look at the easy way of doing this in a IDE called Visual Studio Code. We already saw the Visual Studio Code IDE, and this IDE, so we already saw the Visual Studio Code IDE. We're gonna see this here. So let's what I'm going to do is, you can open up the existing folder by going to the files, or you can create the new project. Now let's delete this. Let's keep it from first. So I'm going to create tax.py. The moment I do it, it's going to be a Python file, and I simply copy paste all these variables. The tax variable is missing, so I will put the tax variable also. Now if you just run this, it's not going to do anything. Why? Because only the interactive cell can print the value of a variable. This is not the interactive cell, so it cannot print. We need to use something called the print function. So the print function is kind of a black box. Whatever you pass will be printed on the screen. Now see, it's printed. Now if I just need to change some value here, I can change the value here and run it. I don't need to retype all this code again. That's the difference between the interactive cell and how you work with the script file in the IDE. Now going forward, every single thing that we will work will be based on the Visual Studio Code IDE. I hope you enjoyed this video, and in the next video we'll talk about more on the data types and very good examples. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!